What's going on, guys? It's your boy AddictzAnt, and today I'm going to be showing you the best winger build for level 25 and level 50 in FC 26 clubs. I've already done this for the magician archetype, so if you want to see that video, you can either visit my channel or you can use the link in the description down below. With all of that being said, let's get into the video. The archetype you want to use for this winger build is the Spark archetype. It's inspired by Luis Figo, and you'll excel in short explosive bursts, getting to the byline and pulling back tantalising crosses for your teammates. Onto the height and weight. For the height, I recommend going anywhere from 5'4" up to 5'8". Those are the best heights to use, but I did use 5'4" the most. And then for the weight, you want to go 143 pounds. Onto the attributes page. This is for levels 25 and below, guys. So in total, you will be using 511 AP. Starting off with pace. For your acceleration, you want to make it fairly decent to begin with. You want to have this on 80. And then for sprint speed, you want to have this on the highest value. I recommend having this on 82. Coming over to passing, the only attribute you need to work on at the very start is your curve. I recommend increasing this by +5. You want to have it on 80. Curve increases your ability to bend the path of a ball when shooting or passing. Coming down to the bottom right, you'll be working on your skill moves. As you're a winger, of course, it's important to make a start on this. A higher skill move ability gives you access to more complex and difficult skill moves. Having 4-star at the very start is good. You don't need to work on your weak foot as of yet. You will increase this at level 50. Onto scoring. As you're a winger, of course, you do want to have good finishing and good shot power. So for finishing, you want to go ahead and have this on 80. And then for shot power, you want to do the exact same. You want to match it and have it on 80 as well. Onto the ball control attributes. The first one you'll be working on is your agility. You want to go ahead and have this on 82. For your reactions, you want to have this on 80. And for your composure, I recommend also having it on 80. Having 80 composure at level 25 is a very good start because this attribute affects a player's chances of making a mistake on shots, passes and passes under pressure. The higher the value, the better the player performs in contact situations. And with reactions, guys, it measures how quickly a player reacts to a situation happening around them. It will affect the time it takes to finish animations and start new ones. Moving on to balance, you want to go ahead and increase this by 5. You want to also have this on 80. Balance reduces your chances of stumbling and falling when challenged by an opponent. And onto the last two, which is ball control and dribbling. For ball control, you want this to match your agility. You want to have it on 82. And for your dribbling, I recommend having this on 80. As you can see at the bottom, we've now used 511 AP. So let's move on to the playstyles. The signature playstyles you'll have with a Spark archetype are Rapid and Trickster. With Trickster, it will grant you the ability to perform more unique ground and flick skill moves, and you'll be significantly more agile when strafe dribbling. With Rapid, you'll be able to reach an even higher sprint speed while dribbling, and you'll have a greatly reduced chance of an error when sprinting or performing knock-ons. Onto the playstyles, the first one I recommend having on is in scoring. I recommend having on low driven shot. It will enhance a player's ability to execute low driven shots with increased accuracy, faster ball travel and quicker shot execution. So you want to have on low driven shot. The second playstyle you should have on is in ball control. I recommend having on technical. With technical, you'll reach a higher speed when performing control sprint, and you'll be able to perform wide turns while dribbling with greater precision. And the last playstyle you want to have on at level 25 is also in ball control. I recommend having on first touch. With this, you'll have a reduced error when trapping the ball, and you'll be able to transition to dribbling much faster with greater control. These are all the playstyles you should have on at level 25. On to level 50, for the height and weight. For the weight, you want to go 143 pounds. You want to be as light as possible as you're a winger. And then for the height, you want to use anywhere from 5'4" up to 5'8". But I did use 5'4" the most. For me, it helps massively being smaller because you will be much more agile and you'll be a lot more quicker. Onto the attributes page now. Remember, this is for levels 50. So in total, you will be using 1,269 AP. The first three attributes I want you to work on is your agility, acceleration, and your sprint speed. Remember guys, as you're using the Spark archetype, you're now able to get Quick Step Plus as a signature playstyle. To do that, you need to have 92 agility, 90 acceleration, and also 90 sprint speed. But for sprint speed, I recommend putting this on 92. As you can see when we scroll across, to get the Spark Plus, you need to have 92 agility, 90 acceleration, and 90 sprint speed. Once you've put your AP into agility, acceleration, and sprint speed, I want you to come over and work on your skill moves and your weak foot. As you're a winger, it only makes sense to have 5-star, 5-star. With skill moves, a higher skill move ability gives you access to more complex and difficult skills. You'll be able to do any skill in the game, and with your weak foot, you want to be able to set up chances while also being able to score chances on both your strong foot and your weak foot. A stronger weak foot will be used more often and is more effective when doing so. Onto the passing attributes, the only two you'll be working on is your curve and your long pass. For curve, I recommend putting this on 80. Curve increases your ability to bend the path of a ball when shooting or passing. This is an attribute which will help massively. Then for long pass, you want it to match your short pass, so I recommend having this on 75. Onto scoring, the only two attributes you need to work on in this section is your finishing and also your shot power. You will have very good finishing with this build though. As you can see, 85 as a winger is very good. And then for your shot power, you also want to do the same. I recommend having 85 shot power and 85 finishing. This has worked perfectly for me. Even though I know a lot of people probably want it to be higher, when I get my chances, I still score them 9 times out of 10. So I recommend leaving it like this. Coming back over to ball control, the first two attributes I want you to work on is your reactions and also your composure. So with your reactions, you want to have this on 85, and then for your composure, you want to have this on 84. Composure affects a player's chances of making a mistake on shots, passes, and passes under pressure. The higher the value, the better the player performs in contact situations, and with reactions, it measures how quickly a player reacts to a situation happening around them. It will affect the time it takes to finish animations and start new ones. Onto ball control, you want to go ahead and have this on 85. This is a key attribute, so you want to have it on a high value. With this, ball control just raises your control over the ball, such as when trapping or doing skill moves. Then for your dribbling, you also want it to match your ball control. I recommend having this on 85. It will determine how close you keep the ball to your feet while dribbling. And then the last attribute you need to work on is your balance. I recommend putting this on 83. Balance reduces your chances of stumbling and falling when challenged by an opponent. This is how your attributes page should look at level 50. As you can see at the bottom, I've now used 1269 AP. Once you've selected what I have, this is what your attributes page should take you to. As you can see, I do have a Spark Plus specialization. So carrying on, you want to go ahead and swap this out with Trickster. Having Rapid Plus and Quick Step Plus will make you the ultimate winger. Even if you don't want to have Quick Step on, you can always swap it back out for Trickster, but for this build I do recommend having Rapid and Quick Step on together. The signature playstyles you'll have on with the Spark archetype are Rapid and Quick Step. With Quick Step, you'll accelerate significantly faster during explosive sprint, and with Rapid, you'll reach an even higher sprint speed while dribbling, and you'll have a greatly reduced chance of an error when sprinting or performing knock-ons. The first playstyle I recommend having on with this build is in scoring. You want to go ahead and have on low driven shot. This will enhance a player's ability to execute low driven shots with increased accuracy, faster ball travel, and quicker shot execution. The second playstyle you want to have on is in ball control. I recommend having on technical. You'll be able to reach a higher speed when performing controlled sprint, and you'll be able to perform wide turns while dribbling with greater precision. The third playstyle you want to have on is also in ball control. It's first touch. You'll have a reduced error when trapping the ball, and you'll be able to transition to dribbling much faster with greater control. And the last playstyle you want to have on with this build is Trickster. I know you swapped it out for Quick Step, but Trickster is still a great playstyle to have on. It will grant you the ability to perform unique ground and flick skill moves, and remember, When you have this on, you get a really nice ball roll animation when you fake shot or fake pass. So there you have it, that was the best winger build for level 25 and level 50. If you enjoyed the video and found it helpful, please make sure to leave a like as we greatly appreciated, and make sure to subscribe to stay in the loop for more content. With all of that being said, thanks for watching and take care.